Hi, welcome to Don's Workshop. Today I'm starting a new build. The Mercedes-AMG F1W14 E Performance F1 car. First thing just to say about this box, they have really made this much more compact. It is more pieces than the McLaren, but the box is much more compact. So they're really packing the parts in better, making smaller boxes, which I'm sure helps with reducing their shipping costs. Anyway, let's get unboxing this. So that's everything here. So like these slick tires, unlike what there was on the McLaren. So that's a new thing, which could mean they're intending to make more F1 Technic cars of this 1/8 scale model size. Oh my. I think this seems like more stickers than the McLaren, but yeah, they got a lot more of these like design ones than the McLaren did, because McLaren was mostly just orange. Okay, that's going to be a little bit of a challenge. And here's the book. Not too bad. Now I do notice the bags are seemingly to have a few less parts in them, so maybe compressed the amount of instructions that are covered with each bag. Okay, here's the book, and I just have that here. That's what's in the book here. So they have these different views of what the build looks like when it's done. And we've got the performance in detail here, just telling more about the car, as well as it takes 1,000,000 hours to even get to the point where everything is built. And then of course there is the little version of the car, and there's the designer. And with the W14, the Mercedes-AMG Petronas F1 team created an iconic design as they focused on reducing the weight of their 2023 flagship race car. Using black carbon fiber reduces the chassis weight and eliminates any excess weight from the paint that was typically used on older models. Racing fans may also recognize the black color as a nod to the signature 2020 livery. The black really adds to the aggressive, dominant expression of this iconic car and was obviously something we wanted to replicate in the Lego Technic version. So that's interesting. Okay, let's just get into the build now. Okay, let's get started. And right into it with these I-beams. And just one there, and then this red beam. Okay. And then these two gray axles with the ellipse on them. Okay, and then a connector with the axles, and with a beam with two axle connectors on it here. We gotta put the suspension pieces on first here. Okay, they go this way. We got a lot of suspension arms. Okay, that's two of those, and then they go that way. And that should be like that. Push those through. Okay, that's good. And then I have to take these two more of these gray axles and put the collars on them on these ends. Okay. Now that's that, and then I have two these 90-degree axle, or these 90-degree axle beams. Okay, and then they're supposed to go like this with a gray, the gray rotatable pin. Those rotatable pins, they are not compression pins. Okay, that's that. And now I have to build one of the wheel connection pieces. They just snap in here. And take this side and put another one of the gray rotating pins, and then a ball joint. Okay, like that, and then that goes on this side. Okay, so that's going to rotate there. And the same thing for the other side. And the ball joint on this side. And then like that. Everything good? That's should be right. Now I gotta make two of these. Take a red ball joint and then stick this red kind of connectors. It's like a little stud connector thing. It's not stud size, it's a smaller type connection that goes inside the tube connection. And then this needs the rolling pin piece. That one here, and then a compression pin, black pin, and then that goes on this side and goes into the other hole in the beam there. Wrong way. Should be the black. Oh, this one doesn't come with a. It doesn't come with a brick separator. This set, didn't notice that until just now. And then, but this goes this way. Okay, that's better. And make the other one. And that should be the same thing with this. Okay, here we go. Where's that other rolling pin? And that pin, and then we can put that on this side and hopefully it doesn't fall out there anymore. Okay, and then we just take two more of these connectors and put them on the top here. These beams with the axle connection. They go on the top. Now I need one of these. Goes this way, and then we have to go like so, and the gray axle with the lip on it, and then a two axle connection half beam. Okay, that goes like that, and that's supposed to hook on to the top on this side. and into the axle hole on this side. There we go. And I need to do the same for the other side. Guess you weren't supposed to push that all the way through, but we can do that again. And that's going to be going up the little two half beam. Okay, there we go. Everything should be like that, and then I take two of these 5 length half beams with the axle connectors on the ends and hook those two axles together. Okay, come on. That's sticking. There we go. Okay, push that through. And okay, that's that side. And then we have another one to make. And we have these brown axles with the lips on them. And then two suspension pieces go this way, and then same axle, 3 length axle connection. Technic beam. Okay, and then we take 2 of these, split them up there, and they go on like that. And then there's an axle. Oh, wait. Oh, I forgot. I didn't forget. What was it? We need 2 of these. Where do they go? Are they next? Oh, they go here. And axle connectors. And then I'm supposed to take that. The axle connectors go together like so, and then these over top of those bottom axles. Well, at least I'm assuming it's the bottom axles. Okay. Always fun here, figuring out exactly how this is supposed to go together. So they have 2, okay, put pins in those gray beams. Like that, and then we have long blue pins going in the side of these ones, but not pushed all the way through. Okay. Okay, now all these long beams we've got here, it's like they're 15 length beams. And we go long pin, and a short pin, a 1x1 beam. We have an axle pin with 2 of these 2 gray 4 like half beams. They're half thickness beams, so. And these 2 Technic pin connectors here. Okay, and then this beam is supposed to sit. Okay, it goes, the gray pieces go on those 2 pins. We put those two connectors. There we go. And then the blue pins get pushed through the beam. If I can do that. That's that one. That's that one. Now the other beam goes on the other side. That's a lot of pins to get in. No, one doesn't, but we do it. There we go. And now I have two more blue pins to push through there. It's just above. And we have another long beam here. We got this kind of 1.5 pin connector pin. And then two regular pins. This I-beam needs two axle pins to go through here. And then that is hooking up in between those black pins like that. And this gray beam. Okay, now this. So we're turning this, which side is this? It's going this way. So I have it this way, and then I have to put this beam on top here somehow. On this way, okay. Like that. That doesn't seem right. Oh, it needs to go further over, I guess. Okay, this goes right on the end of the beam. Okay, like that. Okay, that's like... That look right? Okay, I think that's right. It's just like that. Now I have... This is in the middle. Okay, and then I need to make two more suspension pieces here and go this way. This long beige pin. And they go on the top. So, okay, this is supposed to go this way. And what is it going into? It's going into there. So I put this on top of this axle, then the pin pushes it in there. And then we do that for the other side. Same thing. Like that. Push that in there. Okay. Now we got more solidified suspension there. Now I have axle pin. Push that through there. And this goes 90 degrees. And that goes on this side in the same spot over top. Oh, okay, it's going to hold that red tube in, and that axle goes over top of there. So now that's holding that together. And do the same thing for the other side. and hold those axles together. And that little, okay, the red tube. There we go. Slide in there. There we go. And that's like that. Then I put two more of these half beams on top of those. Hold everything together better. And then we have one last pair of these beams, the orange long axle connector pin. Two axle pins, two long axle pins. And then we're putting some 1x1 beams on those. And this goes in the top here. Okay. Okay, now we got these little orange connectors here, and we got some short gray axles. Okay, that's one long blue pin, two of these red 90-degree axle beams, this pin monstrosity here, and then two the springs. Springs are going in here. Okay, there we go. And then that, I'll need the other orange piece here with the axle and the two 90 degree connectors. They go on top of those gray pins. And then that goes in the front here. And how is that supposed to go? It's supposed to go like this. Okay, I think so. There we go. Now there is a gray axle here, longer gray axle. Axle connector goes on that side. It goes through the hole here. It's supposed to go all the way through and right to the other side. Right there where we put another axle connector. That's going to be the steering, I'm guessing. And then here's a long axle connector, long axle pin, like that, and that goes, and we're connecting that to the how am I doing that? Showing it like this. Did I miss an axle? I didn't miss an axle. This shows it like this. Oh, I see. I see. I'm supposed to stick the pin in there because it is like this. And the pin goes the pin side of the axle pin. I'll get that in there. There's one hole for it. Not lining there. There we go. Okay, now the I-beam to long blue pins. Where did that go? Oops. That goes in this side. Okay, and it goes right. Oh, goes right in front of that. No, maybe it's not for steering. I'm doing it's the wrong. Oh no, there's a hole there. Okay. And this will go here. It's the other side of this. Okay, and then I do have to put that on like so. They hold on. A lot of pins to connect. Okay. Yes, and now we have this axle with a collar, and we stick that into the axle connection. Slide that on, and we have a gear. So that's gonna do something there. We're turning this around. We have two long axles with collars. And these beams with a pin on them. And two more collars. Okay. And there is two holes there, and we have to put those pins into those gray pieces there, and then I just slide the axle through that hole and do it again on the other side. That's tricky to do. Okay, that's great. Okay, there we go. And then slide that in there. There we go. And the gear with two ball joints. And that, where is that sitting? Sitting. Where is that sitting? I'm not sure where that's supposed to be sitting. Right in front of this red one? Oh no. Can I get that? That's a tricky place to get that in. Okay, so it sits right there. Okay, now we have a gear. And we do need to get that gear on top of there with the brown pin going through there. Make sure it's I want it to be in the middle and straight. Okay, I think I did it. Okay, and then that gets just pushed through there. Not all the way through. Oh, there it goes. There we go. That might not be right. So I might have to, should have got that straight on this side. Can I get that? guess we'll see. Might have to work on that later. Okay, now we have ball joints to connect here. Red ball joint here to the gray one here. Red one here. Gray one there. And then we've got two of these going on this axle. We're supposed to, where is that hooking up to? Oh, I see. Oh no. Can I get those to squeeze in? There we go, I can. Those are for the suspension. The snap, oh, I'll have to go in there nicely. That's for the suspension. So now that can bounce around, okay. And then we have the other two arms. Now we have these other two arms. And we have to hook them up to these ball joints. And we're connecting that to the red ball joint to the suspension arm. And then we'll just do that other side. Okay. Red joint, there we go, and then the suspension arm. Okay. That's interesting. And then we have the putting some long blue pins in this side. And there and there and just right through this one. Now a beam is gonna get connected here. And we push those through. Interesting. Guess they realized pushing a beam onto 5 pins isn't the easiest thing in the world, so just push 2 pins through first and then the other 3. So that's good. That's a little bit of improvement on the instructions. Okay, and then we have another. Okay, this has to go there. And that one there. Now I still have to push 5 on that side, but what can you do? There's 5 of them. So, okay, now these go in front of this orange one. Okay. And we have 2 of these gray 2 beams here, and they connect to the axle. Another suspension piece. And we've had axles here go into these black 90-degree pieces, and then they go over top of that. And they push the axle through there. Okay, that is a suspension support for the top anyway. There we go. That has been part 1 of my Lego Mercedes F1 build. So this is the start we got so far. We already got the kind of steering mechanism along with some suspension in here, but I'm not sure if that's really solidified quite yet. But yeah, I got the would be the front end started here. So if you'd like to see more, please subscribe. Thank you for watching and take it easy.